There's no we here, Henry. This was an accident, period. Any decent lawyer can argue this easily. And by decent, I mean honest. Someone from here. Someone with integrity that an Indiana judge will respect. I retained one of that breed this morning. Right? I wish I liked you more.
This isn't Gossip Girl, you two. Get back inside, Celia.
See you tonight.
All right, those were clips from two new movies to hit theaters this weekend, The Judge and Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day.
Is it worth heading to the box office to try and say that very long title? Here's our resident movie critic, Will Loper.
Well, good morning. Surprisingly, the movie with the title 8 times as long is less than half as short and almost 1.8 times as good, if that makes sense without a calculator. First off, The Judge tells the story of a successful lawyer, Hank Palmer, played by Robert Downey Jr., who comes back to small-town Indiana for his mother's funeral. He has a strained relationship with his father, Judge Joseph Palmer, played by Robert Duvall. Strained is an understatement. They hate each other. When the judge is implicated in possible hit and run, Hank decides to stick around and defend his father. And along the way, they fight, bicker, and fight some more. There is some reconciliation, but not enough to counter all the hard feelings they seem to have for one another. There's also just way too much going on in this movie, too. You've got two brothers with their own problems, an old high school sweetheart, a rival lawyer, played by Billy Bob Thornton, the trial, and of course, the father-son relationship. Any court would easily sustain the objection that this movie is overstuffed and overlong at 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Ooh. That's too bad. It is. With great actors.
Great actors, great cast. Downey and Duvall, they give it their all, but it just is too long, too much.
Okay, so what did you give this?
Well, see this movie if you really want to see every Duvall and Downey movie they've done. Don't see it, however, if you like your movie short or with a focused plot line. Give this 2.5 bit of honeys out of 5. It's the candy of choice for the characters in this movie.
Wow, that's surprising.
All righty, what's next?
Next up, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I need a drink of water after that title. This is based on the 32-page children's book of the same name with a little added plot. So Alexander has a really bad day right before his birthday, and he doesn't think anyone in his family understands what it's like to have a terrible day. So for his birthday wish, he wishes they all would have a bad day as well, and boy, do they ever. Driving tests are failed, the daughter gets a cold before her Peter Pan musical, arms are set on fire. The movie does a great job of keeping things relatively clean and appropriate for children without losing its funniness. Sometimes the humor gets dumbed down in family flicks, but not this one. I laughed out loud several times throughout the movie, and at only 80 minutes long, the pace moves right along in the clipping pace. There's never any filler or downtime. I was a little sad. The trailer does give a lot of the gags away, so I knew what was coming. So try to see it blind if you can. And I say that, of course, after having just shown you the trailer.
Exactly. But what age group would this be good for?
I mean, I think any age group would like it. You can take pretty young children to go see. It's just all kinds of bad stuff happens, and it's funny.
So clearly it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Okay, what did you give this one?
See it if you like just want some lighthearted laughs. Don't see it if you expect it to be just like the book. It's very loosely based on it. 3.6 for Tatas out of 5, aka the crustless quiche, Steve Carell's specialty in the movie.
Okay, what's coming out next week?
Next week we have The Book of Life and Fury. So.
Okay.
Look forward to that one.
Thank you.
Yep, you bet.